I'm a banker turned hairstylist. Today, I want to share one funny, interesting story with you. You know, I've been using this 2 weeks ago. I discovered that it was getting finished. And I decided to buy another one just to replace it. I bought another one to replace it. Do you know, for the past 2 weeks, I keep telling myself, let me press the last one, and it keep coming out. It keep coming out. Up to today, something that I would have thrown away for the last 2 weeks, it's still coming out, because it's coming out, I cannot throw it away, and I cannot open the new one that I bought. I want you to take note of that. Let me also tell you another story. There was this when I was young. Usually every season, my father always buy either a goat or a chicken, to celebrate. So it was Easter period. So he bought a goat that we're going to use for the celebration. Now, when it was time to slaughter the goat, we discovered that the goat, was pregnant. The goat was pregnant. So because of that, my dad couldn't sacrifice, couldn't slaughter the goat. So we had to find a replacement. We bought another one. One interesting thing was that every year, around the time that the goat is supposed to be slaughtered, it kept having children. So, and because of that, my father left the dog for so many years, until it was not producing anymore, and we had to slaughter the goat. Do you understand? Now, what I'm bringing out from this, when you are valuable, when you are useful, when you are productive, people will not do away with you. People will not slaughter you. People will not kill you. But when you are not useful, when you are not relevant, when you are not productive, when you are not valuable, they will do away with you. So what are you supposed to do? You have to make sure that you are relevant, you are useful, and you are valuable. Because nowadays, people pay for value. People pay for something that is useful to them. And people employ a worker who is productive, and they retain workers that are productive. So if you want to be useful, if you want to be relevant, make sure that you have value, so that people will not easily replace you. So that's the lesson from these two illustrations that I just gave you. We live in a world today that if you don't have value, people will not patronize you. People will not use you. They will not consider you. Anything that you have to do for you to be valuable, for you to be useful, do it at all costs. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's where personal growth, personal development matters a lot. Whether in business, whether in relationship, whether in your daily living, just keep upgrading yourself. Just keep improving on yourself. When you do that, you discover that you become relevant. You become, useful. You become productive. And people will always want you. They will always go after you. Nowadays, when people complain, that nobody is visiting them, nobody is calling them, nobody is trying to help them, it is because they have not taken the time to actually observe, and take a good look at themselves, check yourself out in the mirror and begin to ask yourself certain questions. Why would people want you? Why would they want to be your friend? Why would they employ you? Those are the questions that you should be asking yourself instead of complaining, instead of going into depression because you feel that people have rejected you. My advice for you, just keep upgrading yourself, keep upgrading yourself, keep upgrading yourself. And that's one of the things that I know I do on a daily basis. I just keep upgrading myself. I just keep upgrading myself. Because there are so many things you can do, to upgrade yourself. So many things. Is it in business? Is it in business? There are so many things that you can do. It's the same thing with relationship. There are so many things you can do to upgrade yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So never stay in one place. No, don't stay in one place. Don't stay in one place. Keep upgrading yourself. Keep upgrading yourself. I learn from every situation and circumstances I find myself. There is no dull moment for me. I turn every challenges, every difficulties. I learn from it and I use it to improve myself. I told you people that when I was in the bank, I was asked to resign. I was asked to resign. 3 of my colleagues died. But I didn't die. I was not complaining. I became a barber. I became a hairstylist. And as a hairstylist, I was doing more, and I'm doing more than when I was working in the bank. And in addition to that, I give jobs out. My job was taken from me, but today I'm giving people job. I'm giving out jobs to people. Do you understand? Because I kept updating myself. I kept updating myself. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So,
How are
what's
you?
your name? What's your name?
Deborah. And you? Where are you?
Deborah. Where is Deborah from? Where is Deborah from?
Nigeria.
Where in Nigeria?
Akwa Ibom. Yeah.
Akwa Ibom.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Akwa
said
Ibom.
Akwa Ibom. What do you do? What do you do? What does Deborah do? Are you a business person or you are 9 to 5?
9 to 5. And business.
9 to 5. Okay. So, are you thinking of going into business?
I mean, I am into business. Yeah, I do have a business of my own.
Okay. What kind of business you do? What kind of business do you do?
Um, so I sell hair. I sell a lot, actually, like a lot. Um,
You say hair. You say hair. I have a salon. I mean, have you heard about Bruno's place? Oh, maybe after our chat, you can go Bruno. You can go Bruno's place. I used to work in a bank. I worked in a bank for about 12 years. I was asked to resign. I became a barber.
yeah. Oh,
I became a barber, and as a barber, I when you're talking about salon in Nigeria, when you're mentioning salon in Nigeria, Bruno's place is one of the biggest salon in Nigeria. I've trained people, I've employed, I've raised over 100 hairstylists. You know, have you heard about the Ikeja City Mall? Have you heard about the Ikeja City Mall?
No,
Eh?
no.
Okay, okay. Maybe you haven't been to Lagos, but have you been to Abuja?
I've been to Lagos, but
Okay, do you know Jabi Lake Mall? Do you know Jabi Lake Mall? I was there for 7 years before I moved back to Lagos. Where? Okay, that's about me. Tell me about yourself.
um well, wait, give me 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so um I I'm a student. uh
Okay, you're a student. Okay, what are you
yeah,
studying?
business management.
Okay,
Yeah. So I haven't really had time to do more work stuff, but I do enjoy making websites. Uh,
okay,
I would say I design websites sort of in my free time. Yeah. Hi, Daniel. So
okay.
yeah,
Can you increase your volume a little? Can you increase your volume a little so that I
it's
can hear
not
you?
my volume. I think it's where I'm keeping my phone.
Oh,
It's
okay, okay,
hold on. Okay. So I think I'll come back on live because my phone's 20%. Let me go charge it. But I'm
okay,
calling you now.
okay.
So, oh,
Okay, so when you come, we're going to talk. What I'm actually talking about today is about value, how you can be valuable, you know, so that
yeah.
people can always, you know, patronize you. People can be your friends, so they can be useful and all that. That's what I'm actually talking about today, you know.
Yeah.
So I
That's
really
good.
appreciate you coming. I really want to discuss. I really want to talk with you. So
Yeah.
let's
I
see
appreciate
how
what you're doing.
I can. Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate what you're doing. Like, you should keep on spreading the word about values. Yeah. Like, people need to understand that
Okay.
there's more to life than like what's happening right now, because most people have given up on so many things because maybe they don't have the opportunity and stuff like that. So, yeah, I appreciate what you're
You're
doing
very
today.
right.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
good.
sharing my experience. You know, I'm sharing my experience. You know,
Yeah.
let me guess how old you think I am. Those guess.
40, 48, 47.
No, I was
Higher, lower?
56 in October.
56 is crazy.
56 in October.
56.
Actually retired at 50.
Wow.
Now I'm sharing my experience because I want people to learn. Each time I travel to America and Canada, I notice that a lot of people, you know, they're doing 9 to 5, they do 2 or 3 jobs so that they'll be able to pay bills. Do you understand? But
Yeah.
meanwhile, there are small scale businesses, there are businesses they can actually do, you know, that they
Like,
can train people, raise people to do their business. Do you
oh
understand?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
they will
yeah.
not have to be depending on 9 to 5. For example, now I'm talking with you now. People are working in my shop. I hardly even go to my shop. I only go once in a week. Do you understand? You know, sometimes when
Yeah.
I travel, I'm in America. I spent 4 months. Last year I was in Canada. This year I was in Canada. I spent 4 months, May to September. But my job, my people because I've raised people. You know, they are
Yeah.
working. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want to encourage people, you know, to start. You don't have to you don't have to finish school before you can start business. There are so many things. Imagine I used to use comb to barb my hair. Using comb to barb my hair by myself, I started barbing people. To the extent I raised over 100 hairstylists. My shop now have over 22 hairstylists working for me.
Oh,
I,
you
I
have over
taught
what?
them over 20 something hairstylists and barbers working for me.
Like, since when did you start?
I started 2013. 2013. And my first shop was in Ikeja City Mall. And that's the biggest mall and the busiest mall in Lagos State. I even had a shop in Jabi Lake Mall, which is the biggest and the most expensive mall in Abuja. Jabi Lake Mall. So you can Google my name, Bruno. Do you understand? So you know the person that you're
What?
talking to. Bruno, oh, I can just say Bruno's place. Just Google Bruno's place. When you Google Bruno's place, you will see.
Wait, I'll do it after the. Oh, wait. Let's see.
Okay. So if you have any question concerning business, feel free to ask, or even
Yeah.
relationship, So I'll be able to give you tips on how you can take your life, business to the
So
next
where
level.
where are you located now?
Now, my new location is Oluoni Close, beside the Place Restaurants, opposite Ikeja City Mall, Lagos.
Mm.
Have you seen it? You've seen
No,
it, yeah.
because I see a different thing. A
Okay.
different Bruno's place that's here in Canada. So you said yours is
No,
at
not in
Ike.
Canada. Not this one is in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, I see it.
You've seen it, okay. You've seen it. You can see I've done a lot of interview, BBC, Channels Television, R2 Television, all of them, you know. So you can see why I'm saying this, This was somebody that started from the place of pain. I was asked to resign from the bank. I was asked to resign from the bank. Some of my colleagues died, So I turned that challenge, to go and start learning how to barb. I became a barber. Now I'm giving out jobs, and I did it for a while. I resigned. Not resign, I retired early
Yeah.
because, I've gotten to a stage that I'm happy, that I've been able to raise people, and beside I'm earning more than what I was getting when I was working in the bank.
Oh, for sure. For
So I
sure.
have my freedom. I have my freedom now. So just want to let people know that you don't have to allow whatever situation, circumstances, or negative situations that you have faced, to
Yeah.
limit you. Do you understand? You can make the best out of whatever situation, circumstances that you find yourself. So that's the essence of this my TikTok live. Just to use
Yeah.
to share my experience so that people can be encouraged, they can be motivated, to be the best, of themselves. Okay.
Do you guys have a website?
Yes, I have a website. You Google Bruno's Place, brunosplace.ng.com. You've seen it?
Yeah.
We are a brand. We are not just it's not an ordinary salon. Bruno's Place is a brand. You've seen it?
Yeah. This is very nice. Oh.
Okay, basically, this is not really about. I'm just saying that so that you know that you are talking to a credible person. This is not just anyhow. That's what I'm talking. But the basis of this my video this TikTok live is to encourage young people. I want to encourage a lot of young people. Most young people nowadays, they are kind of rebellious.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants the fast way, easy way to make money. They just want the easy way to make money. Do you understand? But
Yeah.
no way is easy. There's no way is easy. No way is easy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But there are things that you can do. There are things you can do that just name anything. I'll tell you. Let me tell you the difference. The reason why my salon business is the unique thing that I did. Before now, what people do, you just have a hair shop. You barb people, you do people's hair. You are the only person. You are the only person doing it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But what I did, what I did is I started training people. I started by training 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I trained so many people. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, those people that I train now, they are the one running the business. Some of them have even left to go and set up their own business.
Yeah.
And that made it easy for me to retire. so that I can have time to do what I'm doing now. Are you getting
Which
what
is
I'm
what?
saying?
Just like being flexible in
Yeah,
your time.
yeah. I have all the time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I have all the time. You know, so it's better for people to start early. You know, it's better you start early. Now, I also believe there's one
Yeah.
other thing too that I also want people to know. There's one that I also want people to know. You know, is like I always tell people, especially young people, if you are able to save 1 million naira, if you are able to work, out save 1 million naira, just 1 million naira, you know, and you invest it, and you leave the money for about 5 to 10 years, eh? You'll be amazed what that 1 million naira will do to you. People are not supposed to work. They're not supposed to work. They're not supposed to work all their life. Do you understand? You're not
Yeah.
supposed to stress yourself. The reason why a lot of people are stressing themselves is because of ignorance. They don't know what to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't know. Let me give you a story. When I was much younger, my father had a supermarket. I was once staying in my father's supermarket. And it was a big time distributor to Beecham. Beecham used to be those making Lucozade, fancy Horlicks and all that when I was young. And I was the one staying in my father's supermarket. As at that time, way back many years ago. So from the small money I was making, staying in my father's shop, I was able to save about 5,000 naira then. 5,000 naira then. Let me tell you the value of 5,000 naira then. The car, that was a brand new car my father bought then, 504 Series 2. He bought it for about 5,000 naira. Series 2
Yeah.
then was 5,000 naira. You know how much they sell car nowadays. Now, because I didn't want people to know, I didn't even want my father to know that I had 5,000 naira. I couldn't use it to buy a car because I was very young. Do you understand? I was still under 15. But I had 5,000. Nobody advised me on what to do with it. If I had invested that 5,000 naira then to buy shares, or to use it to buy treasury bills, to buy bonds, or to put it into mutual funds, do you understand? I would have even retired much earlier.
The shares existed.
Do you understand? Are you getting what I'm saying? I would have even retired much earlier.
The
But
shares
nowadays, you have
existed.
a lot of young people. You have a lot of young people. You have a lot of young people. They have money. All they
Yeah.
do, they just want to buy. They want to buy iPhone. They want to buy Bond Straight. They want to buy something that they can use to show off. Do you understand? But there's nothing wrong in those things. There's nothing wrong in those things. For example, now I can afford to travel to anywhere I want to go to. But there was a time to eat 3 square meals in a day was difficult. I sacrificed, I told you, I humbled myself to go and learn how to bar because I wanted a way out. I wanted a permanent solution. Do you understand? So, but I personally believe young children, young people of nowadays, if they know, you understand, or they have somebody to if they will listen to positive words like this, it will help them. It will save them a lot of wahala. Do you understand? If I had somebody even telling me these things, most of these things I had to learn it, but I had to learn it in a hard way. Do you understand? In relationship, I learned in a hard way. In business, I learned in a hard way. Do you understand? In living with people, I learned in a hard way. Those are some of the things I'm teaching through this live video, to make things easy for people. Do you know there was a time I discovered that I had to take some young girls off the streets? You know what I did for them? I would teach them how to do hair, then get accommodation for them, then employ them. They started making money, and then I discovered that, there was no need for them to just be running after men. Do you understand? So, but I know there's one thing I noticed. I noticed that because I was able to give them accommodation. I gave them a handwork, and they were making their own money. It reduced their desire. Do you understand? They just to be opening legs for any guy that just tell them, "Let me take you out. I want to buy you this. I want to buy you that." I noticed without me even telling them to stop it. They now discovered that they had choices. They could choose, not just anybody that just offered a let's go out. Do you understand? And they got so busy. They got so busy. They didn't even have much time for all those kind of rubbish. Am I making any sense to you?
Yeah.
You know? So I know what I'm talking about. You know? There are some people, that I trained, and they started working. They were using the money to sponsor themselves. They were going for this part-time school. Do you understand? They will work, they will go for part-time school, and they train themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? To get their own degree. Evidence are there. If you go to my online page, you will see all those things. They are there. Do you understand? Now, I believe everything is in your hand. People say Nigeria is bad, but I know it's tough here, it's hard here. I travel, I go out, I know what is going outside there. Do you understand? But the truth is that I made it in Nigeria. I made it big in Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? So it's possible you can make it here. It's possible. You can do anything. If you want to sell pure water, I can tell you how you can take that pure water and make it corporate. Do you understand? Whatever you're doing, it's just for you to understand the process flow, understand the basic principles. Do you understand? If you know how to, delay gratification and begin to and focus, make sacrifices and doing it willingly from your heart without anybody forcing you, you'll be amazed how far you will go. There was a time when I started, people were laughing at me. They were going to be telling my father, how can you send somebody, you train up a child to go and read economics in the university? Then he went to work in the bank. He left the bank and now barbing hair. Is anything wrong with him? Do you understand? Why, if he knew he was going to be a barber, why did he go to school in the first place? Those were the things they were telling my dad. And my dad is a chief. Do you understand? But because he knew the kind of child I was, you understand? He didn't say anything. He didn't discourage me. But today, those people who were laughing at me then, some of them are even saying, thank God you didn't listen to us. And some of them even come to ask me for money. Do you understand? And that is even why my story is so sweet, it's so interesting. Do you understand? I was working in a bank, nobody knew me. But when I became a barber, I became popular. Do you understand?
Yeah.
People knew me. Imagine ordinary barbing. God can use anything small if only, you acknowledge him and you believe in the process. Do you understand? He can use it. Because the truth is that, if you even notice that, God is even looking for us to have testimonies that we can share. I have a testimony to share. There are so many people that, they have money, they make money, but they cannot come out to say how they made the money. They don't have a testimony. Do you understand? What would they use to inspire the younger ones? Are you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you take something that is ordinary, and by the grace of God, the mercy of God, and the favor of God, and you are able to use it and use it well, then you become a celebrity. Do you understand? How do people become celebrities? Because they take something ordinary and make it extraordinary. Are you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So what I'm saying, it is possible. It is possible. You can do it. We don't have to be carried away by the things that people are saying. Do you understand? You don't have to follow the trend. I'm a trend spotter. I observe trend, but I don't follow the trend. I just want to know what is going on, and I take advantage of it, and I use it positively for my good and for the good of people around me. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I get you.
There is so much we can do. You know what? Everything that you need to be successful is on it. You are not listening to me by accident. Do you understand? Now you just think you just click. No, 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 no. This is your time. This is your time. Go and write today's date down. Do you understand? I will give your testimony. I don't meet people by accident. I don't meet people anyhow. Do you understand what I'm saying? Eh? Yeah. You know, you can turn your challenges, your difficulties, you know, you can turn them to cash. You can convert them to cash. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah?
I understand.
Yeah, Debbie, it's nice. It's nice meeting you. And I want you to follow me, you know. And also I'm also on YouTube. You can follow me on YouTube. And feel free anytime, you know. If you have any question, my WhatsApp, you can also send me message on WhatsApp, you know, whichever one. I can give you my WhatsApp number. You want me to give you my WhatsApp number?
Not on the live, sir. That's a
That's what?
that's not information.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You know, but feel free, ask any question, you know, and I will see how I can guide you, mentor you to become the very best of yourself. Do you understand? But what your takeaway from this, you know, that you are God created you, you know, everything that you need is on the inside of you. But you just need to know how to bring it out. Do you understand? You know, what people are going to look for in Sokoto is in that Sokoto. Do you understand? Like I tell people, you know, sometimes, you know, they say, oh, Bruno, you know, you're always keeping to yourself, you don't go out or something like that, you know, you don't go to nightclub. You know what I told them? And I said, if I go to nightclub, what am I going to see there? I can create it in my house. Is it a barbecue? I can create it. Is it wine? I can buy it and drink. Do you understand? I can create it in my house. I don't have to be there outside there. Do you understand? And you get what I'm saying? And COVID even taught us a lot of things. Yeah, COVID even taught us a lot of things. You understand? There are so many things, you know. Okay, let me give you that. There's this thing that happened recently, Experience. You know, if you go to Experience, you see crowd, a lot of people. Do you know I watch Experience, you know, from the beginning to the end, right, from my house. I have 24-hour electricity. Do you understand? Yeah.
But like you understand, like the adrenaline is a lot more in person. Like you enjoy it
Okay.
better if you're there in person. But
No,
I
I used to think so. I used to think so. Do you understand? But now that if you get to my age, if you get to my level, do you understand? You discover that you can do so many things online. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There are some things that I do offline. There are some things that I do offline. But there are so many things that you can also do online. You don't have to go through all those unnecessary stress. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes. Sir.
So it's been nice. It's been nice, you know, discussing
Thank you.
with you, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Do have a nice day.
God bless you, sir.
Bye bye.
Take care.
So, yeah, yeah.